We're going to go over how to edit our Airbnb listings to promote their push in the algorithm. This is something we want to do pretty much weekly if possible, just to try to allow Airbnb to think that we are really frequently active and we're messing around with the listings a lot, that we're really, so then it'll push us in the algorithm and people will be able to see our listings more when they try to book. So go to our Wecasa Airbnb, go under menu to the drop down, go down to listings, go ahead, click that. This is the page that'll open up. This is all of our listings at the time. You can click on whatever one, it'll open up the specific info page of each listing. When you click the listing, you'll see all the listings before they go to the side, and then open up the one you did click. This is the edit for the one you did click. But you'll see on the side here, when you scroll down in the houses, you'll see, for example, the Lions Lodge, modified last September 19th. That is something you want to pay attention to, just to show when last Airbnb recognizes we did modify the listings, and we want to keep it pretty frequent for our modifications because then we get them pushed more. So things you can do to kind of modify and alter the Airbnb listings to make it seem as though we're very active is you can go down to whatever house, you can go into the amenities, go through the amenities, just make sure like ones are crossed up that we don't have. Like we don't have a dryer, so we're going to say no to that. We don't have a hot tub, no to that. So you can go through and say yes or no to different ones as we go. If there is information in one that you don't know, that's totally fine. You can just leave that blank. Don't worry about that. But this will show to Airbnb that we are active and we are working on the listing and we're very frequently on it. Other than amenities, other than amenities, you can go ahead and go into the photos. All of these photos were selected and each one has a special description on them, so I wouldn't recommend deleting the ones that are in there unless they're seasonal photos. Sometimes we put in photos such as, if I were to go here, sometimes I put in, like, if it were winter time, I would put in a photo like this. So if it's a seasonal photo and we're out of that season or away from the holiday, go ahead and delete those. Otherwise, if you just want to show some activity, you can just put some random photos in, just like this. You can just let them load in, and then you can get out of it. And then just make sure when you're done editing, though, you go back and delete the photos you put in if they don't have anything to do with the listing. And they don't have to have anything to do with the listing. It just shows that we are actively working and participating in the Airbnb listing. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete those since we don't need them right now. Go back to editing. Other things you can work on is you can change the description. Maybe if you have a different fun event coming up or you want to alter how this is set or whatever, you can do the neighborhood description, you can do the listing description up here. So if you just want to edit any of these, just show that like we're working on it, that's good. What I like to do is I like to copy and paste them. So I copy and I cut it first and then I save, and then I go back in and I literally I paste the same thing back into it. So paste it back in. So that counts as editing, even though I did just like cut the information and then copy the exact same information back in. So once you're done editing a listing, just to see if it's modified, you can refresh your page and then look, it says the Lions Lodge modified today. So that's the goal. It's a little silly, I know, but if you just like mess around a little bit in the listing, it'll show that we are active, and as long as you fix whatever is done to it, it would be good to go. So if we could just try to do this weekly just to show that we are active on Airbnb, it'll help promote bookings and push our listings. So if you have any questions, though, feel free to ask. It's better to ask than to just, let it be. And if anything gets messed up, that's totally fine. Just let me know, and we can fix it really easily. Thanks.